Welcome to the other part of our home. I haven't even looked inside since I got here, but we'll be putting stuff there before we go so that we don't have to haul it back. And so this home is going to be joined up with the other one. They'll come together seamlessly. With the where that window is, we'll cut out down to the floor, and then the front door over here will join up, so then it becomes the entry to go from one to the other.
So they kind of staggered.
They'll be
They're
staggered,
joined together, yeah.
leaving room for a garden in the front and decks in the back.
All right, well, so we're at the front of the property right now, and we're actually going to walk around, show you kind of a little tour of the homes that are here, and just kind of walk and talk a little bit, and he may grill me with some questions, I don't know.
We're going to get that in the boat.
Okay.
He's getting some questions in the boat.
All right, so there's the lake in the background. We got the Credit Cottage right there, which is going to be an Airbnb. It's kind of already in place and set up, just kind of down the road from
In
Jim's.
my way of thinking, the Credit Cottage is the most beautiful of the small homes that has been built by Incredible Tiny Homes. I love that look. Now, for the larger ones of the tiny homes, Annette and I, we aren't sure whether we like the Birmingham or the Charleston the best. And here's a Charleston over here. So you can come and take a look at some of the homes available at Incredible Tiny Homes.
Yep. All right, let's go ahead and we'll keep walking here.
This woman down here
Who is that?
Is Annette. She's my wife. She's a little camera shy. She doesn't know she's going to be on film.
Surprise!
But check out this front porch. Can't you see your rocking chairs on either side? Can't you picture a deck being off a little bit on one side or a spot to sit down by the water? Can't you imagine relaxing here? I can.
Yeah, we are here in the South, and that's a big thing, having your porch and your rocking chair. So we're definitely going to incorporate that with our Airbnbs here as well to kind of give people that Southern hospitality feel, and there's Annette. She's following us, I think.
She's probably trying to keep me from falling.
And I'll show you real quick too. There's an RJO right here behind me. It's a small one. It's an 8x16 RJO with a bay window. That's going to be going into phase 1B. That's going to be painted green, and that'll be moving here shortly as well. Another home here on the property. And now you can see the fountain there in the background.
Just go this way and pick up my walking sticks.
Yeah. And there's another 24-foot, kind of the American dream by Incredible Tiny Homes as well. There's a utility trailer. So now we're approaching the kind of edge of the property that basically separates from the private and the public area. There'll be a nice fence and a private gate here. You'll need a key access card to kind of get through. So Jim's house is kind of right on the edge of that. So as we're stepping through the gate now, essentially, and we'll be going into the private part of the property.
And if you look over in the woods behind us, you see the remnants of the old petting zoo that was here. And part of it's going to be a dog run. There's various things that Hans has planned. Lot of property, a lot of good things that are going to happen here. And I can't wait till there's a walking path all the way around the perimeter.
Yeah.
And I bet that'd be almost a half mile.
Yeah, be pretty close.
Which, if you're counting steps, you know what a half mile is. Come walk with us.
You do how many steps a day?
Anywhere from 4 miles to 11 miles.
Wow.
In the heat, it's closer to 4 miles.
Yeah, and right now it's kind of nice. Got a little breeze blowing. It's I can't tell you exactly, but I think it's in the low 80s right now, so it's getting a little bit of a break here from the heat, which has been nice.
Now we're in the shade, and it's so lovely with the breeze blowing. I'm looking out at this lake, the fountain, and the fountain changes colors, all night long. And there's this sound of that water, and it's idyllic. I'm telling you, it's idyllic. I didn't know what to think before I came. I didn't know if I'd be disappointed. And not disappointed in it a bit. Excited.
Yeah,
Energized.
videos can only show so much, right? I mean, it's obviously being here in person. We try and do our best with these videos. That's why we're doing this video, to try and get across the point, to kind of show you how to be here as best we can. But it really is kind of hard to. I mean, look at these pine trees. Look at how tall they are.
What doesn't translate well on the video is standing in the shade with this breeze blowing across the lake. Perfect.
Oh, and there's another resident, Mary. She doesn't know she's about to get on film here. And there's Diego taking care of the weeds.
Thanks, Diego.
Yeah, Diego's been helping us a bunch here. So we're walking north right now through the property here. This is the main road going through all the way to the end.
And will there be homes along here?
Yes, these are all phase
Okay.
2 lake lots.
Phase 2 lake lots. Are they still available?
Yes, we have 5 lots available right now that are ready for tiny homes. If you've got a tiny home, and again, if you don't have a tiny home, we can direct you to some different builders to help you find a tiny home. Some
Hey,
that are
Mary.
available within. Oh, can't get out. Got to say hi. Say hi, Mary. You may recognize Mary. She's famous around here. She's got a couple videos up already. We're just doing a little property tour, catching people up with kind of latest updates and all.
Yeah, I'm doing my morning walk.
Oh, look at you guys.
I did mine at 4 o'clock.
Not me.
Well, you're not crazy.
Real quick, Mary, let's get a quick update from you. How's your house coming along? I know your deck's been finished now, and you're making some more tweaks and changes and things.
Yes, I rearranged yesterday, and I have someone coming.
Oh,
Is he coming today?
I don't know.
Oh.
And to put up a cabinet. Do a few.
I wish I was a younger man and could do that work. I'd be taking your money. I'd be taking your money for all these odd jobs. And maybe there's someone that is a handyman that says, maybe I could also do some odd jobs and earn some extra money. I'm telling you.
yeah. You know what? That's a good point. If we had a handyman move in as one of the residents here, you'd be covered up. You'd be busy every day, and we'd love to give you that
You'd
work.
be building decks. You'd be
Oh, yeah.
making little renovations. You'd be, building some simple furniture. Oh, boy.
Yeah, because we have some different vendors and things that are helping us out with some of the work here. But we are kind of, I don't say in the middle of nowhere, but it's outside the main city, so kind of getting people here is not exactly the easiest. But we have some people lined up, but as it goes, sometimes they don't show up exactly on time, and they get lost or they get sick. Different things happen. So if you were on site here as a handyman, of course they'd know where to find you. You'd have work all day long, every day, for a good while.
Yes.
But anyway, so just food for thought. We would be looking for someone like that. So anyway, we'll let you get on, Mary. Just wanted to say hi.
Thanks.
See you later.
There's even a playground. Check out that playground. I don't know if it's ready to be used.
Well, my kids were on there the other day during the cookout.
But if you have, I call my grandbabies G babies so that can sound cool, and I think the only one I sound cool to is me. but I could picture my younger G babies being all over that thing, and I can't wait to hear the sound of kids
Yeah,
and to hear some of those great noises of a healthy community.
yeah. And again, that's one of the reasons we have the Airbnbs in the front, is because we know there will be guests and visitors coming. And so the beauty of that is you've got a lot here in a tiny house. You don't really have accommodations to be able to house a lot of extra people. But the good news is you won't have to, because they can stay in one of the Airbnbs, have their own tiny home experience. You can have your peace and quiet when you go to sleep, wake up in the morning and start over again.
Have them rent one of the Airbnbs. Here's a game plan. You have your company rent an Airbnb. You have them cook for themselves,
Or you.
and then you convince them to take you out for dinner. And there's some good restaurants.
You've been thinking about this already.
Oh yes, I just look stupid.
So, and again, this is we've got a 2-acre lake here. We've got it on a 7-acre property. So again, we're walking north here to the north end of the property there. We got phase 1 coming up here on our right-hand side, where we have that new road we just put in. And then we'll go walk around the lake, which is phase 2 on the lake.
And looking to the right, this is where they do the miniature pony polo grounds.
Yeah, bring your own pony.
It's actually an existing septic system that will be used by the community center, and I believe the laundry, and that'll save some of the cost of hauling out some of the wastewater. But I kind of like it. It was already here, but I love the flat surface. And the other evening we had a cookout there. The cottage burgers, the smash burgers we created just for the event, and I could see a lot of events.
Oh yeah.
Up in the Polo grounds.
Yeah, it's a good space. I think it's 250 by maybe 100 feet, something like that. That kind of green, grassy area. And we don't have many areas like that on the property. We can't dig into it again because it is a septic field, but we can put a fire pit on the top of it, which we plan to do. We'll have chickens, perhaps can be tractored on there as well, kind of moving around, eating the bugs, keeping the grass down.
I like it.
And then of course other events we'll be able to have out there. We'll have some benches. Jim was just telling me the other day that Annette
was giving that information out.
She leaked out that you build benches, so we may have some nice benches out here pretty soon.
Custom benches.
Custom cottage benches. And there's the pergola. This is a temporary kind of shade cover. You can see the picnic table under there and the grill and all. This is where we had our cookout the other day, which was a lot of fun.
I want you to look over here to the left at the name we give these things as a class is a skid steer. This machine does more than you can imagine. If you look and scan around the lake and you see all that dirt, you see all the stuff that's been pushed around, you see piles of dirt, you see things being leveled off. This is the machine. I watched it the other day, and a skilled worker on this makes it look so easy. And maybe it is easy, but they did a fine job. And I'm the process man. How do you go from a dream to reality?
Please help.
And this sure beats a wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
But it takes someone that keeps that vision, keeps that drive. You need people that can hop up on these things and know how to work them. You need people that know how to do so many things, and we're going to get into that on a future video about how do you come to know all these things.
And we'll show some of the work that has been recently done by this machine, in fact, here on the property. And yeah, Richard, I mean, he's been doing it for 40 years, so he's done it a time or two. So he's pretty darn good. He makes it look easy, and he does it real fast, which is nice.
But it's not a big machine, but it does everything you need it to do. And the work is continuing. I believe he announced this thing, was it back in October?
Yeah.
October that
Our launch
the
video.
whole thing was announced. And here we are, we're not a year yet, we're 10 months in, and you've got people living here.
Yeah, we're up to about 13
growing.
now. Yeah.
It's growing quickly now.
Yeah. Homes are coming every week, new residents are coming in every week, so as fast as those homes get built, they're moving them right in. So, like I say, all we have right now is 5 lots available. So visit us, GoTinyCottages.com for all of the details on the development and what you get, amenities, all that kind of stuff, so we don't have to rehash it here on this video. But here's one of those new roads that we just put in. You can see that nice base right there. It's an access road for the back half of phase 1, which you can see. Well, you can't see the home. There it is. It's kind of behind the pergola there, tucked in there in the forest. But yeah, I think that skid steer and moved a lot of rock for us.
And is this going to be the laundry up here?
Yeah, so this right here in the distance, let's see, there we go. That, we're going to have a container attached to that building, and that's going to become the community center on the back. It's going to be attached to the container. It's going to be big enough space where we can have 40 to 50 people all in one spot, where you guys can, the residents can get together. We're going to talk about big TVs and things. We're going to have a big screen, because you can see that entire wall. There's no windows right there. It's going to be a great projector screen area where you can watch the big game, movie nights, have your own little home theater for the community. It's always more fun to watch a movie with other people, So you guys can have your popcorn and, be able to have a different theme each. You guys can kind of vote and take polls on what kind of video we're going to watch around Halloween. You can watch scary movies, Christmas time, Hallmark movies.
What'll be interesting is if you're a football fan, college football, my question will be, what happens when Alabama is playing Clemson? What happens when Alabama is playing any number of schools and you're not an Alabama fan?
It will get interesting.
So my encouragement is, if you're not an Alabama fan, move here, support me. It'll be good.
Oh yeah. Now the thing about, SEC football, we have some really good football. It's very entertaining, but we're civil. Like Alabama and Auburn fans, there's a lot of houses that are divided. They call it, split, and but we have a good time. Game day, maybe not so much, but
I
the rest
would
of the time.
believe all that but I've known too many Alabama fans.
Oh, here we go. All right, we will move on. But yeah, this is where the laundromat's going to be. We're going to have a laundry facility here. We're going to have the small gym's going to be here. We're going to have a dry sauna and maybe a little library / coffee room as well, where residents can kind of congregate in the mornings and say hi to each other in a nice air-conditioned or climate-controlled space. Little privacy fence there separates the other part of phase 1. We got the maintenance crew here today doing the grounds maintenance, but you can see we've got 5 tiny homes in there right now. They're all incredible tiny homes, from incredible cottages to the American Dream model and RJOs. And we're just getting the last 2 of those utilities hooked up today. We've got 1 resident coming in today, and we've got another resident there in lot number 4 coming next week.
So is this part full then?
This is full. Yep.
This part is full.
Yeah, phase 1 is completely filled up. We're just waiting on those homes to be built to fill them all up. And then phase 2, like I say, we've got 5 lots that we're making available right now. And that's where we're at.
Okay,
Real quick, let me show you the cows over here. This is This is a fun part. A lot of the residents here have got dogs, and they bring the dogs out, and the dogs come and meet the cows, and it's like they're in the shade right now, but they're super friendly. They come over to the fence and they like to run around, and they might see us coming. They might follow us along the fence here as we walk down.
I think we need to expand the cottages at Pine Lake and buy up this whole meadow with the lake down there. Can you see your small homes along the back and your tiny homes around the front? Can't you see it?
Oh, it would be nice.
This is beautiful.
And this is the view that you've got from phase 1. And as you're walking around the property, these are it's the foothills of the Appalachians. So this is kind of where the Appalachians kind of start, and they kind of head off towards the northeast from here. That's why people think, Alabama, you guys got hills. It's not flat like southern Alabama. We've got
And looking
landscape.
across the meadow, you'll see some buildings. That's kind of Woodville. You know,
Right.
we are in Woodville, and that is, there is a little town there. Not much, but you don't have to go far, and you're in the middle of everything. From Huntsville to Guntersville.
Yep.
Shopping, dining, boating, hiking, waterfalls. This area's got it all. It's got it all.
Yeah, and like you said, Woodville is less than 2 miles away. You've got Dollar General if you need something urgent, just down the street, less than a mile away, just down the highway. So I mean, it's everything's close. And if you need something bigger, you need more specialized stuff, Huntsville's got everything that you could ever want, or Scottsboro too. So
I'm standing here looking back toward where my home is. I'm envisioning all the lots full. It's going to be so pretty, so beautiful. And I could picture people out walking. And we haven't had a dog, but we love dogs. And the beauty is a lot of people here have dogs. So we'll get our dog fix.
oh yeah.
If they need to go away, we can watch their dogs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, dog park will be great.
I just like the idea. A lot of us that are moving here aren't young anymore. I just turned 65, never thought I'd make it. So I'm really glad to say I turned 65. And a lot of people here are going to be my age, few years younger, few years older. What happens as we get older? Do we want to just isolate in our homes and be forgotten, or do we want to be hanging out with people like us?
You want to live, right?
I like that idea. Again, it's not just a place to park your tiny home. It's a place to live.
Agreed. Yeah, I'm super excited. It's been, like I said, so neat seeing the new residents coming in, and everybody is at a similar. Everyone's new to this idea of tiny houses, right? So it's real neat. Everyone has that in common, but
Yes.
everyone's coming from all different parts of the country, different religions, different beliefs, different ideas, but we can all come together because everybody has the same thing in common of where they're coming from as far as going.
We
from
don't have
normal
to
living.
agree on everything.
No.
Sometimes you got to agree to disagree, and that's all right. But sometimes you get to hang out with people and you learn something. And maybe you talking to me, you find places you want to go visit. Mm-hmm. And living in a small community like this with low overhead, low expenses, that frees us up to do the traveling that we enjoy.
But here, right here, you can see this is the north part of the property, phase 2, and you can see these lots were just developed yesterday.
Is this lot rented yet?
Yes, we've got right there. That one's gone. This one's gone. Of course, it's got already a house on this
Okay.
one right here. One of the hot tubs actually is going to be right here in the section right here between the trees.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it.
So
I'm going to have to walk to a hot tub?
well, unless you've got a golf cart.
I'll walk.
But yeah, still the ground's still a little bit wet. That's why it still hasn't been fully developed here. You can kind of see it's in the shade right here, so it hasn't dried out as fast as the rest of the property. But we just got this road in here, got this house in here yesterday. These residents have just moved in, and what a view. Look at this. Right here on the lake. Phase 2, this is a view that you could have too. If you join us here, we've got 5 of these lots available.
I haven't talked to these residents, but I could picture a deck coming off here,
Yep.
going out a little ways, and we'll be able to wave to them.
Yeah.
We'll be able to invite them over for coffee, and we will.
And not only that, but look, not only do you have a view this way, you've got a view of those foothills there on the other side
And
of
a
the fence.
lake on the other side of the road.
And the cows right
This
there.
is the land between the lakes. You could make butter here and call it Land of Lakes.
So super excited for this lot right here. And again, it's just for me as a developer, I guess it's just fun to see this, to see your vision come to reality, as we've
Yes.
talked about many times already. But just getting this house in place yesterday, and just it always looks better than you expect, and that's a good thing. To be able to
And
see
all
it.
this dirt. I mean, there's a lot of dirt.
Oh yeah.
A year from now, you're not going to be looking at dirt. You're going to be looking at lawns. You're going to be looking at houses. You're going to be looking at gardens. And again, it's going to be a spot that I'm afraid for a lot of people, they're going to look at it a year from now and say, I wish I had gotten a place at the Cottages.
I remember when.
Now's the time. Now's the time. And I'm not, am I earning any money for this? Oh, that dollar that you promised me
dollar.
into the other video. And he said if I did really good on this video, he'd give me another quarter. So I am a paid,
It's adding up.
I
Starting to
am
add
a
up.
paid representative. But this, again, picture yourself in this community.
Walk out your front door every day to that. I don't know if you'd ever get tired of that.
Now, there's a couple more lots here, and then we'll end this video. Are all of these lots taken?
No, these are some of the 5 that we have available.
These are available
Yes,
on the lake, between the lakes.
between the lakes. Yeah. Yep, just down this little road right here. And
Okay.
I mean, again,
If it's me, I'm going to want one of these right now, because with it off at an angle, you'll come out your door, you'll be looking at the lake. You'll go around to your back deck, you'll be looking at the lake, you'll be looking out at this lake. Stunning. Stunning.
yeah, I think this is the first view we've done in a while. If you guys remember that first video I did, I drove through here in my car, and it was just all trees on the left-hand side. You could not even see the lake, which was actually just a lake bed, not even a lake back then. And so we've actually pushed this out a little bit, added a whole bunch of dirt. I think we put in 25 loads of dirt, which is a lot of dirt. And we had to dig all the trenches for sewer, for water, for power, for the meters. And again, every lot is individually metered for water, sewer, and power.
What are we looking at here, Hans?
This is one of the sub
Someone's
panels.
made a trench.
Yeah.
Somebody's made holes in your beautiful property.
Yeah, if you want, this one's still in progress here. You can kind of see, here's some of the meter wires to go to the water meters. So, I mean, and this, doing development work is not as simple as, you just dig a ditch and throw it all in there. It's not exactly how it works. In fact, because you've got a lot of heavy equipment and you have to dig down so deep for some of this stuff, you actually have to dig the trench 3 times. So you dig it once, you got to cover it back over. Dig it a second time for the other utility, dig it, cover it back over. So the land changes a little bit. So we had a plan initially, like we want to do this way, but then by the time you get the additional dirt in here, start digging the trenches, start filling it back over, start grading it, start leveling it, adding the gravel, it's completely different property. So we've been trying to do our best with the renderings to kind of showcase and visualize for people what it's going to look like. And we've come pretty darn close. I've been surprised how well we've been able to actually stick to that rendering, which was just a diagram, just a kind of an idea in our head. And it's really come to fruition here.
And if you're a walker, I'll walk at any time of the night and day. If I can't sleep, I'm walking. If it's nice out, I'm walking. you're walking in the country.
And you're in the shade right here. Look at these nice trees right here. You don't get shade all day long, but you get enough
The
shade.
temperature outside right now is probably approaching 90 degrees. Let me just check and see what we got. Let me see.
Get the fountain there in the background. There's poplar trees. In
It
the
says
front.
it's 86 degrees. Right now in the shade, it feels like we're in the 70s.
Nice breeze blowing. And so you get, we got the sunset will be behind you. Morning sun
Sunset
from that
behind
direction.
us. Annette, my house is right over there. See the truck? The red truck? We're to the right of it. Oh, I can't wait.
It's an exciting process. Going tiny, being free. Well, I think this video is probably getting long enough. I think people have seen a great little update here, kind of on the progress we've made here and what this property is now looking like here. Just 10 months later, and every day it changes. Every day it gets better and better, I feel. And we'll throw some drone footage in here too for you guys to kind of see from above what it looks like. But man, it's exciting. And like I say, we've got more people coming next week and this week.
Thanks for walking with us. It's been enjoyable.
Yeah. All right, I think with that, we'll sign out. Hans Shop, Go Tiny Be Free. Jim Cook, our newest resident here on the property. We'll see you in the next video. Take care. Oh, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you think. Which lot is your favorite one? I want to know. Of these ones behind you, which one do you like the most? Or you like Jim's lot? Let us know.
If you like mine, give me a call.